Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about 2D array of characters. So 2D array of characters, or we can also call it as a array of strings. So far we have seen how to store a simple string. So a string can be stored in an array of type character. So I have this character. Suppose I want to store value of some color. So maybe green. I can also avoid writing the size of the array here, and I can also write it like this. So this is how we are creating array of characters or strings. So if we talk about this string, how many bytes will be allocated in the memory? If each character can be stored using 1 byte, there are 5 characters in green and 1 is null character. So total 6 bytes will be allocated in the memory. Another way of storing string is using initializer list separated by comma. If we want to store it as a string, there should be a terminating null character at the end. Okay. Now suppose if we want to store multiple strings. Okay, so one way is, suppose I want to store 3 strings instead of 1. So I can create a 2-dimensional array of characters. So suppose I create a 2D array colors where 3 is the number of strings I want to store, and the maximum size of each string can be 10. Okay, if I initialize it, in 2D array of with normal numbers, we have seen that we can do it with the initializer list like this, where each element is of type character, and since this is a string, I terminate it with a null character. So red, suppose I want to store 3 strings, and the third one is suppose green. Okay, so this is similar to what we have seen in 2D array of numbers. Now if you see, there is a similarity between this and this. Instead of writing every character inside single quotes, I can also represent a single dimensional array of string, or a single dimensional array of characters or strings in this manner. Okay, so instead of writing each and every character separated by comma, I can create array of strings like this. red, green and blue. Okay, since it's a string constant, it will be automatically be terminated by a null character. Okay, now instead of initializing it ourselves, suppose we want to read it using scanf. So again I create a character array, colors. It is compulsory to specify the second dimension. So I can use a for loop. For I is equals to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Here we have to specify the first dimension as well. Okay, if we are using initializer list, then we can avoid it. Otherwise we have to specify the first dimension as well. So scanf %s, and here each element is a string, so I can use colors I. So suppose in the first iteration user enters red, so colors 0 will get red. Similarly 1 will get suppose green and 2 will get blue. If I want to print it, I can print it using printf in a similar way. Here if you will notice, we have not used address operator because it is a array, and array is a constant pointer, so we don't need to specify the address operator. Okay, so this is how we can create array of strings using 2D character array. So instead of colors, suppose I declare, you have to understand the difference. This colors 15, this is a 1D array. One dimensional array, and it is equivalent to your one string. And when we write it like this, colors 3, 15, it is 2D character array or array of 1D array of strings. ये इसको कलर्स कर देते हैं, इसको कलर्स. So for reading the value for color, single color, I don't need for loop. I just use scanf %s and color. Okay. For storing the color in the 0th location, I have to provide the index here. 0, 1, 2, whatever. Okay. Now suppose we have these strings: red, blue and green, and we want to sort them in a ascending order. मतलब पहले it should come blue, then green, then red. So this is our input and this is the output. So if I want to store 3 strings, I need 1D array of strings, or I can say 2D array of characters. Okay. So this I can create using this manner, and I can read the values using scanf using this method. Now suppose I have created an array. Now I want to sort it. So we have already seen the bubble sort example. To sort the array. So sort string int n. This n is the number of strings in my array. Okay. Char array and 50. We have seen that in 2D array it is mandatory to specify the second dimension. Since it can decay, it will decay into pointer, and it will decay into pointer to array. So both ways I can write. I can either write this way or this way. Both are correct. Okay. And this gives me the number of elements in my string array. Up when we do normal sorting with numbers, what we do? We compare two nearby elements, and if the left element is greater than the right element, we swap them. ठीक है? Similarly, we need to compare two nearby strings. Now we cannot compare strings using assignment operator or equality using equality operator, greater than or less than operator. For comparing strings, in the previous class we have discussed string.h. Header file provides us some string processing functions. So I will make use of those functions to sort my array of strings. So first I create a temporary array. Okay. Then I am using same variable names as we have taken while we have discussed sorting of arrays, number array. Okay, since number of comparisons I need are 1 less than total number of elements, so my total number of elements are n, so number of comparisons will be, number of pass will be n minus 1. So for pass equals to 0, pass less than n minus 1, pass plus plus. Okay, then for j equals to 0, j is less than n minus pass minus 1, j plus plus. Now we compare two elements, two strings. So we can't use equality operator, greater than or less than operator. So what I can do, I can use string comparison. So string comparison, it gives me the difference of the ASCII value. Okay, so if this element comma array j, if this is greater than 0, okay, means this string comes after my means this string is greater, matlab it is suppose if I take apple and banana, so there is a mismatch between b and a, तो इन दोनों के बीच का डिफरेंस कितना आया, +1. ओके, सो इफ दिस इज ग्रेटर देन 0, दैट मीन्स दिस स्ट्रिंग इज लार्जर, मतलब वो अल्फ़ाबेटिकली बाद में आनी चाहिए. इफ दिस इज द कंडीशन, आई नीड टू स्वैप देम. Swap, then if I want to swap them, what I need to do, I need to first store this string in some temporary variable. तो मैं equality operator तो use नहीं कर सकती हूँ, only addresses will be copied, so I will make use of string copy function. So string copy, it will copy array I into this temp. Then string copy array I की वैल्यू हमने टेम्प में स्टोर कर दी, अब array j की वैल्यू हम array I में स्टोर कर देंगे, असाइन कर देंगे. Now string copy array j, this is temp. Okay, this is return. So this is our function for comparing strings. Now let's understand this clearly with this example. Okay, initially in the first pass we compare B with green. Is blue greater than green? No, so we will not copy this thing. Then we will compare green and red. अच्छा, ये तो ऑलरेडी सॉर्टेड है, ये वाला चेक करते हैं. We compare red and blue. So red and blue, अगर मैं इनका if I'll subtract the ASCII value of R with the ASCII value of B, the result will be greater than 0. Okay, so if this is greater than 0, I will swap it. So first I will create a temporary variable 15 bytes का. After that, what I will do, first I'll copy array I, means I'll copy red in this temp. So red and null character. Then I'll copy j in I. So I'll copy blue into red. Then I'll copy this value of temp in blue. Okay, so these value will be swapped. Again I'll compare these two and likewise. Okay, so this is how I can create a array of string. If I want to store name of student, suppose I need to create array of strings, and then I can sort them. Similarly, in this way we can also do linear search and binary search. How to check whether a given string is present in the array or not? So you first try it on your own. Check whether a given string, the query string, is present in the array or not. If present, at what position? Try solving it with linear search as well as binary search. Okay, and then we can discuss this in our next class. Okay, then that's all for this lecture, and we will meet in tomorrow's class.